Well, hey everyone, on today's episode, I'm recapping our family vacation to Sea Island, Georgia. Thanks for tuning in and welcome to the family. Well, soon after our trip to Arkansas, our little family was off again to make memories in Sea Island, Georgia with the Largent side of Amanda's family. Her dad and stepmom generously provide a week for their kids and grandkids at one of the most gorgeous yet family-friendly resorts I've ever seen. Get a load of this place's history. In 1928, Howard Coffman, a successful automobile businessman, founded The Cloister, a historic jewel of hospitality on the sliver of land known as Sea Island. From the very beginning, it's played host to dignitaries like Calvin Coolidge all the way to present day when George W. Bush hosted the G8 summit. It's a special place. At the same time, it's not that stuffy. It's full of families and there's lots of things to do. Of course, Mav loved the swimming pool. We know he's going to enjoy swimming when he gets older. He really enjoyed the simple pleasure of wading into the shallow end and never wanting us to help him. Like, never ever. Us big kids got to have some fun too. On one of the first mornings, we shot clay pigeons at the Sea Island shooting range. Chuck was our instructor and it was a class act. He taught us to nail our target and kept us safe. Let's face it, only Logan knew what he was doing. Now, Sea Island has some of the best restaurants. This year, I tried the braised pork shank from Southern Tide. It's a restaurant that overlooks the beach. I highly recommend it. Another night, we ate at Sea Strike and Pub. We ordered lots of shareables and enjoyed bowling together. We all loved our time there. And finally, Travola. This place has some of the best Italian I've ever tasted. When the kids got antsy, we just took them down to the hall into the majestic cloister lobby where there was musicians serving up live music. I loved watching my nieces and Mav dance. Speaking of dancing, that's what we did many nights before bed just to work out the wiggles. Edward and Sarah's playlist called Adeline Fun has some real jams. I'll post the link below. I highly recommend Pancake Robot and It's Raining Tacos. Now, the cloister cottages that we stayed in were charming in that southern Georgia way. After a day at the pool or at the beach, it was so great to come back to our home base and crash on the couch. You know, the days were casual and the company together was refreshing. That's what I enjoy about gathering together for vacations like this. You know, we're all busy with our unique life rhythms. It can be hard to pause just to have time together. Even Amanda's sister, Chelsea, lives clear across the country. But vacations like this remind us that it's important to come together. I'm so thankful that my father-in-law provides for his kids and their families to do just that. I got one more memory from this week. It was Mav touching the ocean. We brought him here last year, so it wasn't his first time, but it's fun to see him experience it now that he can walk. Cake Pop is so brave. A little too brave. He had no fear and kept wanting to go further into the water. At one point, Mav had his back to the water and the waves were coming in, and Amanda said to him, "Mav, turn around. We always face the waves so we know when they're coming." Pretty simple, right? But you can be sure that we're going to be unpacking that gem more and more the older he gets. Face the waves. Life's gonna knock you off your feet, like those waves that nearly took out Mav that day. And chances are, if you're watching this, you probably already know that from experience. You can't choose your waves, you can't control them, but you can face them. There's a proverb that goes like this: "The prudent sees danger and hides himself, but the simple go on and suffer for it." We want Maverick to know that while he can't avoid the waves, he can face them and be ready and resilient when the time comes. Amanda is so good at teaching these simple truths in the everyday moments. She talks to Mav about our faith one moment at a time, one sentence at a time. But listen, we are not parenting aficionados. When it comes to making YouTube videos, it's easy to curate the highlights of our family and just show you the parts when we're all right as parents. The reality is that there isn't a day that goes by where we don't feel inadequate, and we can tally up a lot of our mistakes. Buying a house and taking our kid on vacation, that doesn't make us good parents. We realize that. But we figure that as we navigate this parenting thing, that if we tell Maverick about the Jesus that we've come to know and about what the Bible says is the wise way to live, then we will have done all right. But I digress. That was Georgia. We had a fabulous time and we came home so thankful. Sea Island, thanks so much for the memories. As I wrap up, I want to give you a preview of the last 2 episodes of season 1 of the Framily. You know, it's finally fall, we're settling into routine, and we're ready to make memories as the leaves change color and the days grow cooler. We've already gotten to enjoy gatherings like on Labor Day when Maverick got to ride on a 4-wheeler with Uncle Jeremy and also ride on a goat. He didn't really like the goat. We also visited the fair and Mav enjoyed his Lurch's donut. In our next episode, we're going to detail all of the events of the fall, and we also have something special cooked up for you. It's a surprise. But while we're on the subject, what about you? We're always eager to hear from you, and we want to know, what festive fall activities do you enjoy? We might just take you up on your advice, so leave us a comment about your favorite fall time activity. After episode 5, we're going to wrap up season 1 with our Framily Christmas special. Last year, Cake Pop had just begun to crawl, so this year is going to be a tad more crazy with a toddler on the loose, but hopefully a lot more magical too. I can't wait to experience it together and show you some highlights along the way. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, click subscribe, and hit the bell so you always get notifications, especially for those last 2 videos. Also, feel free to leave a comment or send me a message. I'd love to chat. Have a great initial start of your fall, and we'll see you next time on The Framily. Take care.